guys? This is Alex from Metro Motorsports. Today we have an M5 in the shop. Come take a look. We got a pretty unique, brilliant rot over black E34 M5 with a legendary S38 motor. This is from our friends over at Onyx Motorsports. They brought this in because the paint's looking very tired, but that's not all. We saw a big puddle underneath. We have to address a cooling issue, a hose or something of that nature. Regardless, that's Matt's territory. My purpose here is to bring this paint back to life. Take a look up close. We got a pretty tired finish. Interior is in pretty good condition, as you can see. Take a look, this badge is pretty worn and it's the wrong badge. We got these in period correct with the purple stripe. Very important. Grommets, so we'll toss this in. And number 5. Welcome back to Retro Motorsports USA. My name is Matt, and with me today I have this 1991 Brilliant Rot E34 M5. We're excited to dig into this. We got some simple maintenance to do. As you may know, it's got the legendary S38 engine with individual throttle bodies on all 6 cylinders. The things we're going to be taking a stab at is really just some of the old brittle and weak coolant hoses and an interesting cooling system set up here, as well as transmission mounts, a throttle cable, and a few other bits and pieces, so stay tuned. All right, so while Fernie's finishing up the throttle cable on the pedal side, we got it finished on the throttle body side, so next I'm gonna go ahead and start taking care of some of our new hoses. So upper hose. This one over here is the hose down there. Then we got a few more. By the sheer level of crust. So I started with all the hoses we were able to get, which was all these 4, upper, lower, the one that goes to the reservoir, and then the other upper. Now I'm taking care of these really gross ones down here. See, that's just, it's like crunchy. This little regulator thing, I noticed the line's just falling out of it, so that really can't be good. Go ahead and clean up this area quick and start getting some of these hoses out. Look at that, just with some quick brake clean and a rag, now I can see what's going on in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get these 3 hoses here replaced, possibly that one. That one actually looks like it's been replaced recently, so we might leave that one alone. And then I'm gonna see what I gotta do with this regulator to get it in here. So I just got all the hoses finished up, just cleaned everything off again, and I'm pretty happy with this. I won't say the hoses are identical to what they were before, but all goes to the same places, and got our vacuum line tied down here, so all good there. I'm just gonna get the lower hose on, and then that'll wrap up all of our hoses. Next thing I'm going to move to is this horrible heater control valve wiring. Luckily it's the same on an E36, so cut this pigtail off here, and I'm gonna go ahead and wire this into this harness. It's been a late night, and I'm gonna finish off the cooling system part with a temp sensor, and that's gonna finish me off tonight. I got an early morning, I'm sleeping here tonight. We'll carry on tomorrow. So you can see the old temp sensor, and now the new one. I used a crow's foot here. That'll wrap up my work here tonight.
We got the thermostat housing here. We were able to pull out the old one and it was a little tricky. We had to use a slide hammer. It was like a generic bearing removal tool, but we used it to remove this seal here. It was a little difficult. Once we got it removed, put it in, we used anything that's going to be the same size diameter as that seal, and thankfully this also has a little bit of weight, which helped us. We were able to put that seal in. We got our new thermostat here. At this point, we're just gonna go ahead and install it. That should be it. We're gonna reinstall the housing back in the car, bleed it, and then I'll show you guys what happens. So we just threw the thermostat back in. We bled the car. We made sure there was no leaks. Everything is good. We went for a test drive. Thankfully, it's all fixed. The temperature gauge is where it's supposed to be. All the hoses are warm and how they're supposed to be. We have heat on the inside. We don't have any leaks. I throw on a couple beauty covers of fascias, plastic stuff, and then yeah, that'll be it.
Another quick thing we're gonna take care of today on John's E34 M5 is these trans mounts. So these about, I think they're less than 10 bucks a piece. They fit so many models. The Lemforder, ZF, whatever you wanna call them. They're super simple. On a car like this, there's no need to go with a crazy solid aftermarket mount. You're just gonna feel those vibrations throughout the car. For a pleasant driving experience, these guys will do just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and swap these out. It's super quick and simple.
The diff out of the E34, we determined that the leak was coming from the pinion seal. So in this case, this particular car, we had to take the differential out. Usually in this case, you wouldn't have to, you just lower the exhaust. But the customer has another exhaust for this car coming at a later date. We took the diff out of the car without dropping exhaust. We're gonna replace the seal in it real quick, clean it up, and then we'll toss it back in the car. That way we don't have to touch anything else. We just do the axles, the drive shaft, and then we're done. So we'll let you guys know once we're done with that. We'll take it on a test drive, make sure the coolant's bled, and hopefully that'll be it. All right guys, so we're pretty much done here. We're getting the diff all put back together, just tighten up the last bolts. We're gonna go ahead and check and make sure everything's good and tight and check overall our work. Make sure the fluids are good. Take it for a test drive, verify that the issue is gone. This is pretty much it for the M5. As far as the current maintenance, we're all done here.
All right, so we're cruising around in John's E34 M5. Throttle response is a night and day difference. Where we had a ton of slop in the pedal, now everything's tight. I mean, this S38, she feels good. What's up guys? So we just finished the service here on John's E34 M5 and man, it feels really good on these back roads. This is what a Monday looks like for us. So we really enjoy these roads. We love the space that we're given and we like to enjoy these cars on these roads. They always feel so much better after they come through our hands. So if you're familiar with these S38 engines, you know they can be tricky to work on and a little bit more tricky to even supply parts for. So we did have some hiccups there, but luckily through our sources, we were able to source all the parts that we needed to get this thing back on the road. While we had this car in our hands, Alex was in town. Now, if you guys know Alex Bralis, you know he loves to get down on paint. And so this thing had some faded Brilliant Rot paint and he brought it back to life with a two-step paint correction process. So if you guys are interested in getting your paint treated, let us know. We can call Alex up from Florida. He's part of our Retro Motorsports South division that he runs down there. And he would love to bring your BMW back to life, whether down in Tampa or if it's in Chicago. So contact us for any paint corrections or any work like that. If you have a car like this, or if you just like these cars, go ahead and give us a follow on all social media platforms. You can follow us at Retro Motorsports USA. Check out our website, retromotorsportsusa.com. Check out our eBay store. Really, if you search Retro Motorsports USA on any platform, you'll be able to find us. That's going to conclude this service video on Retro Motorsports USA. If you like cars like this, give us a follow, check out some of our other content, and if you don't mind, leave this video a thumbs up and a positive comment. We love to interact with you guys. We love to hear from you guys. We love these cars more than anything. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. We will see you in the next one. All right, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. I've never owned an M5, but I got the hoodie, so I might be shopping for an M5. Stay tuned.